doing our monthly reset a touch differently this month because I don't feel like pulling out my entire laptop, and everything's on my phone anyway, so I'm pulling Notion up on my phone so we can kind of reset for the month. We can kind of look at what we did last month, make any changes that we need to make, etc, etc. Instead of screen recording this time, we're literally just gonna do like screenshot. We are starting this month off with our yearly overview. So I'm gonna try to be positive, but I'm also gonna be realistic. So this month I really didn't hit the goals that I wanted to. I didn't hit the YouTube goals I had. I didn't hit the financial goals that I had. I just really didn't hit anything. So we're going to talk about the things that I did do this month. So in February, even though everything didn't pan out the way I wanted it to, it still had a lot of fun stuff happen. So I attended a creative shoot with a friend of mine, and she lives like 2-ish, 3 hours away from me. So like I traveled a good amount of time, and like it was gone a whole day to do this, right? And it was a really good shoot. I got some really good pieces for my portfolio. I learned a lot. I'm very excited about it, and I cannot wait to share those photos. Like, they are some of my favorite ones I've ever taken, and the set is absolutely gorgeous. So that happened. That was a positive. I stayed as consistent as I could on YouTube. I had some like last minute deadlines pop up that I did not anticipate, you know, needing to turn around as fast as I did. So I stayed as consistent as I could, and I made an effort to be mindful about that and like to do as much as I could on YouTube. I only uploaded 4 videos, which I said as consistent as I could. I had to like, I don't know, I'm trying to learn that balance of like creating but also balancing my work. So like, yeah, that side of my business has to come first, and this is like a hobby, but like this is something that I want to prioritize too. So finding that balance is very hard, but I'm working on it. I'm hoping that we can like kind of secure that a little bit more as the, you know, months go through and we go through this year. We started doing weekly date nights, which we really liked doing. I think we only missed 1 last month, and we're basically just taking 1 night every single week, and we're going out and doing something, whether we're going out to eat or we're going out and going out of town, or we are, you know, just kind of going places or getting out of the house. One thing that we've like talked about is it's not necessarily that we want to like go spend money, but we want to get out of the house and go do things. So now that it's starting to get warm outside, once my leg is healed, my ankle's healed up, we will be going on like more hiking adventures and things like that. So I'm very excited for warm weather, for it to be pretty outside, because I'm ready for spring. I'm ready for more date nights that don't, you know, that are not just like go out to eat. You know, like I want to do stuff that's like go somewhere and like go hiking or go swimming at the lake, or, you know, whatever it might be. I want to do more of that stuff. I also went to my second WWE event, and Rhea Ripley was there. I was so happy. If you're new here, hi. I love Rhea Ripley. I love Rhea Ripley. I love the WWE. It was my Christmas gift to go see Rhea Ripley. Well, I mean, it was to go see Monday Night Raw, but like we went, and it was so much fun. I was so happy. Some girl got to actually meet Rhea, like she was in her hotel, and I was very disappointed because I was like, that could have been me, but it wasn't. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everyone was tagging me in this post too, because the girl was like local to where I am, and I'm like, like I was like, come on. So yeah, but I was in the same room as Rhea Ripley. And that, my friend, is like the best part about it. Like, I wish I could have seen her live, like in person, like said hello to her, but it's fine. We will take what we've got. The last thing I want to kind of touch on for the overview is I documented my life a lot this month. And I don't know how to like explain that other than I just documented my life. This is like a recent thing. Like I do this in front of everybody. Like I get kind of uncomfortable and anxious when I'm not filming in front of other creators. So it has been hard to just document life because I am super self-conscious, and I'm like, what if she's judging me? What if someone's judging me? What if I look stupid? And I've had to kind of like reset my brain and reset the way my mind works. She's not gonna make fun of me. And I have done so much better this month. I documented a lot. Like I would pick the camera up, I would record things, I would record our life, I would record B-roll. We are working on a couple different videos together right now that I am very excited to share once they're like finalized. Filmed in front of her. I documented us going to the WWE event. I documented us going to get her mountain bike. I mean, like, I've been documenting a lot and I haven't been embarrassed about it. Like, it's just been something that I've been doing. So it has been really, really nice to just document life and just see what I can like pull together. Like, I've been documenting my life for the last 10 years. I realized that earlier this week, actually, that I have been documenting my life for 10 years. And it just feels interesting and good that I'm continuing to do that. So I feel like I really documented my life this month. And I'm okay with it. I'm really happy about it. And I feel like it's going to be like a good thing that I've done this. All right, let's talk about my goals from February and then we will make the goals for March. I wanted to make $1,500 this month in revenue. I did not hit this. I hit close-ish. I think I hit about 1,000 in revenue. So not what I wanted, but I mean, I'm still not like completely behind. So it's not a win, but I mean, it could be a lot worse. I also wanted to read 5 books. I did not do this. I read 3 books, but I did read a lot in this month. I think I have like 4 books right now that I'm not finished with that I'm like in the middle of. So Dallas is like getting comfy. So yeah, I didn't read 5 books, but I mean, I read a lot. So like technically I feel like I've accomplished this, but I haven't. We also were planning on painting the studio this month. However, something happened and I can't tell you what happened because like I'm not gonna talk about it. But yeah, something happened. It's postponed the project indefinitely for now. Still want to paint it, but like I don't think that's gonna be on this month's agenda either. So I mean, realistically, I don't know when I'm gonna get to paint this studio, but I would really like to do this sooner rather than later. I wanted to upload 5 videos and I did not do this either. I uploaded 4. I got super close. I uploaded 4 videos, not 5. So I mean, I don't know. I have not hit a single goal, and I didn't hit any of my goals because I also have on here a secret goal that I also didn't hit. So I still can't even tell you what the secret goal is. I'm not moving this one over though because I've had a couple things happen and I'm not ready to talk about that goal. Hopefully by like next month we'll be ready to accomplish that goal, but like we're not putting that on March. That'll probably be an April goal. So let's talk about the March goals now. So let's see what we want to do in March. So for March, I would like to hit $1,500 in revenue. Now, I wanted to do this last month and I did not, but my goal is $1,500 this month and I want to hit $1,000 in profit. So the reason why I say I want to hit that in profit is because I'm taking into account if anyone buys prints and I need to purchase prints. I'm also taking into account like my monthly subscriptions for QuickBooks and HoneyBook. And then also I'm trying to kind of think towards taxes. I think $500 is definitely way overkill and I'm not gonna spend that much in my business, but like I'd rather be a little more like precautious about that. So my goal is $1,500 in revenue, $1,000 in profit. This month I want to read 5 books. I am bound and determined this month to hit my 5-book goal. I would like to just, you know, get back into reading and read 5 books this month. I want to listen to a couple more audiobooks, and I have a couple books that I want to finish that are on my Kindles so that I can just kind of get those out of the way. And I have a physical book that I'm reading, which I know it's very shocking and I really don't do that very often, but when I do, I do. So I'm really hoping I can get through 5 books this month. I think it's doable. I don't know, like I feel like I said the same thing last month and I got really close, but the problem is I just didn't do it. I just didn't finish them. My other goal for this month is I want to make progress on my secret project. So this is not the same thing as the other goal. This is a secret project, not the secret goal. This one is a project that I'm hoping to launch in June-ish. That's when I'm like tentatively kind of thinking about releasing it or like launching it. And I can't tell you anything else. I have already released a little bit of information on Patreon. So if you want to go follow my Patreon, all of my paid members can see that. So I want to get this up and released as soon as possible. Realistically, I think I'm looking at the end of June right now, possibly like the beginning of July. I'm not 100% sure on when this will go through, if it will like come to fruition that fast or not, but I'm hoping that that will be sooner rather than later. I want to make really good progress on this. So like I'm thinking I would like to get like 25% done with the project by the end of the month. I don't know if that's even possible, but here we are. This month I also want to prioritize making more time for date nights. So I want to do one minimum every single week, just one night every single week. And I don't know if this is going to be like I want to go out and do something, or if I want to just like we want to go out to eat. Like I want it to be something every week, but I don't know, I want to make more time for other stuff that's not just like let's go out to eat, you know. Like I want to make time for like, I don't know, let's go hiking. Like that's essentially what I want, and I hope that that can happen in this like upcoming little bit, because I really enjoyed all the time we got to spend together last month, and I feel like I want to continue doing that. I want to continue to like grow that and like have that be a primary thing that we're doing, you know. Like I want to prioritize that. This month I also want to get my bookshelves organized and decorated. I've been in this house since July and my bookshelves are still a mess. It's March, so this is the month I'm doing it. I want to completely organize and fix my bookshelves. I want to decorate them. I want them to be beautiful and gorgeous. I want to look at them and be like, oh my god, I have to get on those shelves. I've got to pull things out of there. Like I want to be like prioritizing it so that I want to look at it, so I want to read from it, you know. So that's the goal for this month, is I want to get these shelves done. I also want to film it, but like, I mean, if I don't film it, like I'm not gonna be mad about it, but like I want to get these shelves fixed. So that's a goal for this month. I want to prioritize that. The last one is I want to maintain my work-life balance. I've been teetering on either side. I'm either working like crazy or I'm doing nothing. So I feel like I need to like really balance it. I think I'm getting super close to like finding my balance. So I'm hoping that by the end of this like coming month, I will have found a rhythm that is like more in the middle than it is teetering to either side. And I know it's going to be a constant like back and forth. I know that not every single week I'm going to have balance, and that's okay. Like I'm not upset about that, because you know, last week I had a bunch of deadlines come up. I had to hit those. That's fine. I understand that that's something that happens, especially as a freelancer, but I would like to maintain a balance more than I'm not. So that's the overall goal. All right, that has recapped my month from last month and also recapped this month. I'm gonna make the book portion of this super short and sweet, because I feel like it's just gonna be a broken record if I don't. So let's first of all say I read 3 books this month, and I'm very happy about the 3 that I read. I read 2 horror and 1 romance. I read Bittersweet Chocolate by the author who I can never pronounce her name, but I love her and I follow her like on Book Talk and stuff. So Bittersweet Chocolate, splatterpunk extreme horror situation. I said I was gonna read this in my TBR, and I did. This one is about this woman who is like unhappy in her marriage. Her husband's like a piece of garbage, you know, just a piece of garbage, and she tortures him. And I'm not gonna tell you anything other than she does in fact feed him some bittersweet chocolate. Loved that. I think I gave it a 5-star because I was like, this is so ridiculous, I can't stand myself. So yeah, I loved this. I also read Tampa. This is this one is a disturbing horror book. This one is about this teacher who is a pedophile, and she specifically works in the school system so that she can prey on 14-year-old boys. It's disgusting. It is terrible. And I loved it. Like, it was so messed up, and I just don't even have words for how messed up this was. Really disturbing, very messed up, and I highly recommend you read it if you like extreme horror, because this is extreme horror. Like, this is like extreme horror. Like, when I tell you I love stuff that makes me uncomfortable, this book made me uncomfortable. Like, I loved this, and I would really recommend you read it if you like horror in any capacity. The last book I read was Bloodless Ties. This is by Katie Wismer. I wish that I had gotten through this sooner, because I feel like I slogged through this. I just don't like the ending of the series. I gave it like a 3-star because like I still like the series, but I just didn't like how it wrapped up at all. Like I felt like the entire last book was a slog. And I don't say that like in a negative way. And I still like Katie Wismer. I don't know. I just feel like it lost some of the oomph that it had in the beginning of the books. And I don't know. I just didn't really care for it. It's basically Vampire Academy for adults. That's how I describe it to everybody. If you've not read Vampire Academy, then you need to do that too. But essentially it's vampires and witches, and it's about this girl who is a guard, like a guardian for the vampires. I don't really know. I don't want to really talk about it anymore, to be honest with you. I feel like I've like regurgitated it enough. I just don't really care to share any more about it. So for the TBR, I don't have any actual concrete plans other than I want to get through what I'm reading right now. I'm currently reading Serpentine Valentine. I think that's what it's called. I don't know. It's the new Gianna Darling. That's sapphic. I'm loving this book. I just haven't had a chance to finish it because I've just not been audiobooking, which I need to audiobook here in a minute, so I will probably finish this book soon. I want to finish Kill Creek, which I am reading right now on my Oasis. Here she is. I think I'm like 50% of this dog hair. I think I'm like 50% through this one, and I want to also finish Manacled, and then I want to leave the rest up for just whatever. Actually, I also want to read Fantasticland. I'm reading that right now too, and I'm like 40% through it. I want to finish it so I can like return it to Kate's like coworker, but that's all. This is my monthly reset. Did you reset with me? I will see y'all in the next one.